that produced all kind of fruits. Clearly, the herding of cows.
Hassan identifies a recurring and significant theme in the images.
Well, most of the scenes that we have are related to the productivity of the Nile. They had boats to transport food from one area to another, and they depended on the variety of fish that they could catch. All of these activities had the Nile as a central element in it.
There is evidence that the Nile was the linchpin of this ancient civilization. But what if something had happened to the Nile? Could that be an explanation for the sudden collapse of the empire?
For a civilization like Egyptian civilization to rise, it depended on the water of the Nile for almost everything.
The Nile was and is the lifeblood of this desert country. Annual rains in Ethiopia swell, which then overflow onto massive floodplains. As the flood recedes, it deposits nutrient-rich sediment called black earth. Black earth is ideal and essential for successful farming and survival.
Prosperity of Egypt depended on the height of the Nile flood and the timing of the Nile flood. Egypt runs out of water. That's the end of Egyptian civilization.
The river was vital not only to farming, but also to pyramid building. The stones for the pyramids had to be transported from quarries hundreds of kilometers away. Here at the foot of the Pyramid of Sahur, a predecessor of Pepi II, Hassan finds evidence of a royal pact between the divine pharaoh and his people, a sacred promise to provide annual floods to replenish and sustain the kingdom.
The black earth of the Nile floodplain, the mud that comes from Ethiopia, represented in these dark stones. So here we have more or less a representation of the valley and its mud, which is life-giving. So the pyramids were a symbol of the role of the king and the renewal of the fertility of the Nile every year.
Dr. Hassan's theory is simple. Only one factor could have caused the empire's demise: if the Nile had stopped flooding.